So I'm rambling here, but let's move. Hello everybody, welcome back. I have a new review for you today that I'm very excited about because it is an international brandy that I found. And it is French. And I think a lot of people, when they think brandy, think France. Now, of course, you think cognac. This is not a cognac, it's just a French brandy. Now, for those that don't know the difference, and I'm going to assume probably a lot of you watching this probably do, but just for those who don't, you may hear a cat around here. To be a cognac, you have to come out, the grapes have to come out of the Cognac region of France, and there is a particular distilling and barreling process. There's a time frame and for how that's done, and there's a certain technique. If you don't follow those two things, you cannot claim to be cognac. Now, I believe you can get cognac grapes, but if you don't do the particular distilling process or the timeline for the barreling, I think that disqualifies you. You're just a French brandy with cognac grapes. Now, the distilling process itself can be used by anyone who makes brandy anywhere in the world. It's a cognac process, but because you don't have the cognac grapes, you're not cognac. That's kind of how I understand it. I might not have the details quite right. I do know there are regulations around what makes something cognac, and I don't know if those are government regulations or just organizational brandy maker regulations. I don't remember in the moment. But I do know once you leave the cognac region of France, the rules for brandy making are kind of up in the air. Two brands can be completely different in the same country. But, that being said, I think most of us who drink brandy casually, or maybe aren't serious folks buying, really expensive bottles, we're thinking France is probably a good place to get your brandy from. Whether it's cognac or not, French grapes are probably decent. We may not even be able to tell the difference between a cognac grape and a grape from 300 miles north, or wherever. But we might be able to tell the difference between a French brandy and a Mexican brandy, for example. That's about as far as the distinction may go for the average person. So, my long introduction here, excuse me. I saw this brandy and went, ooh, this is very interesting. It's a French V.S.O.P, not a cognac, but it's half the price of a cognac, so that's a good selling point. Let me introduce you to today's taste, Raynal. Might be mispronouncing that. I'm not good with names. So, I was very pleased to see this brandy. I don't know the particulars of the distilling or the barreling process other than it just says V.S.O.P. I kind of looked it up a little bit, but it just said French oak barrels from what I could find, and there wasn't really anything else, and there's nothing on the bottle here, and it kind of disappoints me, but that's kind of the way it goes. I will say that it is 40% alcohol, and that's it. Pretty basic labeling. No caramel coloring. So let's try some Raynal. I poured myself a glass already. I know it's a Halloween mug, but plastic cup. But my girlfriend bought a bunch of these. One for her, one for me, and I really like them. And purple's one of my favorite colors, and she has a gray one, and I said to her, well, which one's mine? Because she just brought them home as a surprise, and she goes, I'll never buy anything purple for myself. So, here's a little bit. Has a nice color. You can not quite see through it, but and it has a nice soft smell. So I'm rambling because, if you watch these enough, I get excited sometimes. And I'm very much excited about this Raynal, so here we go. Um, that is very good. Yeah, that is very good. My last video on the last brandy I had, I talked about it having an afterkick. And this has that too, for me anyways. But it's not a spine-tingling one. It's just a soft little how do you describe this stuff? I don't know. So let's go for another sip. Burn. That's the way I describe it. A slight burn. But not a bad burn like you swallow cigar smoke. Tasteless. It's really, to me, doesn't have a strong taste. That's the thing I find with non-flavored brandies. They're nice, they're good, but I don't know if brandy has that big of a distinctive taste compared to some things. Maybe it does, and I've just drank so much of it now, I've kind of forgotten. But I know I can drink a beer and it has a particular taste, you know, a beer taste, or rum. It just, you know, it has a particular thing. And maybe I'm just so used to brandy, I've kind of lost some of that shock of, whoa, dang, what's this stuff? Let's finish this cup off. Smooth. Not a harsh aftertaste. There is I saw a description say almond and walnut. Has a flavor of almond and walnut with hints of fruit and ginger. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's too many things. I don't know. And I love ginger. I put ginger in like almost everything I eat, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Fruit, maybe. There's a slight taste there, but it's so slight. I would have to say Raynal is good. It will probably be a pleasure drinking this versus some others I've done on this channel. This isn't one that wakes me up. It doesn't have a super powerful taste like some. I wouldn't put this in the same category like Presidente Brandy. I really, really like. And that just instantly was like, wow, what is this? I don't get that off of this. I just get a very traditional, basic brandy taste. So there we go. Yeah, the latest brandy on this channel. Thoughts, comments, whatever you may have, you know where they go down below. All your support is welcome. I don't say this a lot, but this channel, as of the making of this video, is not sponsored. No one's putting money in my pocket. The money I spend on this brandy comes out of my paycheck, you know, just like everybody else's buying brandy out there. If you want to help me out or sponsor it, that would be totally awesome. There is a link down below to contribute in some way, shape, or form. You can contribute financially to me. The money will be taken and buy more brandy. I will not spend the money on myself in any way, shape, or form other than stuff that gets on this channel. I'm an author. You can buy my books. I've done some music stuff in the past, but the books is pretty much what I'm working on now. You can find them on Amazon and other online websites. This channel is about sharing brandy, not making money, not asking for money, but every so often, you know, yeah, I just want to know the options out there if there's ways of sharing the love. Also, comments are awesome, and I do respond or like everything. And I love getting the comments, and so that's actually a really, really great way of immediately giving me notice that you're helping me out. So, that being said, thanks for watching. Next review will be in 3 weeks for something that I actually haven't bought yet. I have no idea what the next review will be. But for 3 weeks, we have this one to drink down. So, thanks for watching, and be well, take care, and I will see you next time. Drink responsibly.